Welcome to the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. My name is Sardar. I'll be your examiner for this part of the test. What is your name?
Okay. My full name is Sardar Bey. You can just call me Sardar.
Great. In the first part of the exam, I'll ask you some personal questions.
Okay.
Let's talk about running. Do you like running?
Of course. You mean running? Of course I like, because training with some kind of sporting activities gives you more performance, and you will feel some kind of inner peace while you're running. And when I get up in the morning, I like running for approximately 10 or 15 minutes.
Do you go running a lot?
Of course, every morning. Furthermore, I do some kind of challenges, especially in the mornings, in order to keep my healthy lifestyle.
Now, let's talk about outer space and stars. Are you interested in films about outer space and stars?
Of course, I'm interested in such kind of films, but not in fantasies. But it depends on the genre of the films. If I like it, I will watch some kind of films about spaces, and it gives me more opportunity to discover some kind of imaginations about space. See.
Is it important to study stars?
Well, I think so, because we are also living in some kind of solar system. Solar system also is one star, and there are more stars. And in the future, I think people will be moved to such kind of stars, I think. And scientists are doing some kind of discoveries for this, and I think learning them and discovering them is very important.
And do you like to watch the sky?
Of course, because it looks somehow sometimes beautiful, and when I'm dreaming any kind of things about my life, I like dreaming and looking at the sky.
Now, let's move on to talk about staying at home. What do you like to do at home?
Well, it depends, but mostly I prefer reading books, some kind of books, because it relates, but mostly I'm interested in business books, and when I'm at home, I mostly read such kind of books.
How much time do you spend at home?
Approximately, I think, for myself, 2 hours per day, because I'm working right now, and I maybe rarely at home, and reasonably I spend approximately 2 hours for myself at home.
Which do you prefer, staying at home or going outside?
Regarding my personality, I'm an extrovert person, and I think socializing with my friends, and I think I am such kind of person that doesn't like staying at home most, but sometimes we need inner peace, sometimes a peaceful and restful place, and your home would be the best place for such kind of things, I think.
Right. Now let's move on to part 2.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, I'll give you 1 minute to think about what you're going to say.
Okay.
You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay. I'd like you to describe a method to save money. Here's your topic. Please don't write anything on here.
Okay.
You already got your pen
Can I
and
start?
paper?
Okay, thank you.
You can start. So, alright. Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay, thank you. Well, right now I'm gonna describe the methods I use in order to save my money. And savings money is hard for some people, but I use this kind of strategy for saving money. I bought such kind of pig for saving money, and I started with saving by pennies, not so much. For example, for 5 days, I started to save, for example, 1,000 soms, and it gives me more opportunity to save my, financial and to keep my financial status. I started, to use such kind of strategies 2 years ago, approximately. I think I have a lot of right now savings in my peak right now, and about such kind of strategies, I would recommend that it gives more opportunity to discover yourself, and of course further your travels, or further your kind of doing such kind of things. In order to make your dreams come true, such kind of savings gives you more opportunity. If you start saving, earlier. But money is considered to be the most important thing in our life, and if we don't use it, considerably and mindfully, we can get challenged in our life. And reasonably, I think saving is such kind of considerable thing to do in our life. I think so.
Thank you very much. Now let's move on to part 3. We've been talking about a method to save money. I'd like to discuss with you more general questions related to this. First one is, should parents reward children with money?
It's a such kind of thoughtful question. Thank you for giving such kind of question. I think so, because not having money gives children to do any kind of cruelty. For example, robbing from another people. But they shouldn't, give more money to them. They should give what they need. And reasonably, I think it's a good idea giving for parents giving their children money.
Next question is, why do people rarely use cash now?
What do you mean? Can you explain your question?
Before, all the monetary transactions were in cash, but now more and more people are moving towards cards and contactless payments.
I think it's a good opportunity for doing such kind of transactions, because it gives us to save our time, valuable time. But sometimes it might be such kind of harmful effects for people, because right now cyber attacks are more enhancing. We should be careful about that. But I think it's the best idea doing such kind of transactions by the side of our time and by the side of our valuable performances.
And the final question is it good and necessary to teach children to save money?
Well, yeah, of course. From the childhood years, they should keep their transactions and they should learn saving their money for their future. Because if we don't look for some kind of small issues from childhood years, it might have some kind of detrimental effect in the future. And I think parents should teach their children how to save their money.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much. That is the end of the speaking test.
Thank you for having me.